The path to becoming a Jedi is one of many hardships that individuals must face in order to achieve the rank of knighthood. But even if one succeeds in accomplishing such a goal, there were no guarantees of an easier life as time went by. These claims proved to be quite accurate when the Empire rose to power and sought to eliminate any and all trace of the Jedi Order. Life for Jedi survivors did not improve as they were still being hunted and forced to forsake their old ways in exchange for survival. But for today's video, we will be discussing a Jedi whose purpose wasn't only to hide, but to protect. This is how ObiWan Kenobi fought a Tusken Jedi Master to protect Luke and his family. For Obi-Wan's time on Tattooine, the Jedi Master had to learn to blend in amongst the people, to draw as little attention to himself and his purpose there as much as he could. This meant refraining from ever using a lightsaber or tapping into the Force. This proved to be very difficult for Obi-Wan, as he was forced to just sit by and practically ignore the innocents being harmed or taken advantage of all around him. After all, this was Tattooine, not the most hospitable place, but it served its purpose for those who didn't wish to be found. The protection of Luke Skywalker was of the utmost importance for Kenobi, as he believed him to be the chosen one, and that his father's purpose could still be fulfilled through his son. So it is no surprise that Obi-Wan would spring into action in the first sign of trouble. Asherad Head was a human male Jedi Master who was trained by his father, a former Jedi himself, to live as a Tusken. Due to his father leaving the Order in an attempt to find his family, Head was raised on Tattooine before he was taken by Ki-Adi-Mundi to the Jedi Temple. By the time the Jedi Order had been betrayed, Head managed to survive the execution of Order 66 and made his way back to Tattooine, the only place he felt he could live once more. But Asherad Head chose a different path, giving himself over to anger. He became a more aggressive Tusken, whose only purpose was to conquer and destroy. Making his own Tusken village an angry force to be reckoned with, Head eventually made his way to an old moisture farm on the other side of Mos Eisley with the intention of seizing it for their land when Kenobi appeared before him. Standing between the Lars homestead and Head's Tusken village, this was the first time Asherad and Obi-Wan had seen each other since the war. Knowing that he could not let them get any closer, as the former Jedi turned angry Tusken would be able to sense Luke's inherently strong connection to the Force. Obi-Wan then proceeded to try and reel Head back from his current path and redeem him, but the former master was too far gone to be talked down, which forced Kenobi to draw his weapon, proclaiming that Head was a great Jedi, like his father before him, but he couldn't allow him to harm the one being he was sworn to protect. Head also drew his weapon, promising Kenobi that he will have a Jedi funeral. Dueling near the Lars homestead, ObiWan Kenobi and Asherad Head fought for several grueling minutes before Kenobi managed to disarm him by cutting off his right arm and removing his Tusken mask. With all this happening before the eyes of Head's Tusken village, he begged for death, as he was already an outcast to his own people. But Obi-Wan spared him, however, making him swear never to return to Tattooine in the hopes that the former Jedi Master would find his way again. Little did Kenobi realize that the person he had spared would go on a very different path of his own. But that is a story for another time. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If so, feel free to subscribe for more videos like the one you just watched. Have a great week, and may the Force be with you, always.